How's it going? Dave here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make your playing sound a little bit more sophisticated just by making small alterations to the way you articulate your notes. So what is articulation? Articulation is basically the many different ways of expressing one particular note, and it can change a solo from sounding very basic and beginner to sounding more expressive, lively, energetic, and professional. So let me show you two examples. We're going to be changing this first example into the second example later on in the video. The first example has no articulation, and the second example has made alterations to the articulation, and you'll hear the difference. Now, I'm going to get you thinking about articulation and all the different ways you can express yourself on the guitar with a little exercise. So we're going to take the 7th fret of the D string, and I want you to think of 10 different ways you can articulate that note. 10 different ways of playing it, 10 different ways of making it sound different. So pause the video, try and come up with 10. If you can't, don't worry, but I'll be showing you 10 in a minute. So pause the video. Okay, if you've paused the video and you're back now, let me show you 10 examples of articulation you can do for the 7th fret of the D string. So obviously you can play it with your pick, that's 1. You can play it with a finger, that's 2. Completely different, warmer sound there. You could do a grace note, and you do that by basically sliding or hammering on into your 7th fret. So slide, that's one way of doing it, or hammering on. Those are two different ways of articulating one note. Vibrato, which I just did there. The difference without vibrato. Just a bit lifeless, right? Playing your notes staccato, so short and stabby. And you can use harmonics, so you could use a natural harmonic, or you could play a pinch harmonic, like that. You could adjust the dynamics, so you could play really quietly, or play really loud and aggressive, or you can mute the note with your palm, so you could palm mute it, like that. So there's 10 different ways of articulating one different note. Now, that's probably got you thinking about all the different ways you can adjust solos and things that you've been playing. So let's take that first lick I did at the beginning of the video, the It's a basic A minor pentatonic lick, and it sounds very, very basic at the moment. So let's see what we can do to adjust the articulation. So the first note is the 5th fret of the D string, and I'm going to slide into that. So from the 3rd fret, just sliding in there. A little bit of vibrato, then I'm going to hammer on to the 7th fret. And then really cut that off quickly, do a staccato note, like that. Then I'm going to palm mute the next two notes, the 5th fret and the 7th fret of the G string. And then the next note is the 5th fret of the B string. I'm going to do a little grace note, a little slide into that from the 4th fret. Then the 8th fret of the B string is the next note, and I'm just going to really accentuate that note, pick it hard, so like that. Then we descend the scale again, so I'm going to grace note the 5th fret of the B string again. Then we're playing the 7th fret of the G string. Now, this isn't so much an articulation, this is more just adding a little extra detail. What I like to do is, if I'm playing a note and going down in the scale, I like to kind of add that detail in. So I'm just sliding up a fret and back down again really, really quickly. And then I hit the 5th fret of the G string, but I'm going to pinch harmonic that and add some vibrato in there, really make the guitar sing there, and then finish on the 7th fret of the D string. And I'm just going to play it normally with some vibrato just to make it a bit more energetic. So altogether we've got grace note, hammer on, palm mute, grace note, accented note, grace note, that little slide, pinch harmonic, vibrato. There you go. So we've changed dramatically the solo without really changing the notes that we're playing. And that is the beauty of articulation. It will really separate you from being a beginner to sounding more like a pro or an advanced guitarist. And once I started using different articulations in my playing, I really noticed the difference, and it just elevated my playing really quickly. So if you enjoyed the video, let me know what you thought in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and also check out in the description the first 2 chapters of my book, Chord Charisma, which you can get for free. It shows you how to make a standard chord progression, which order to play your chords, and then how to add extensions like 7ths, 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths to make your chords sound really sophisticated and jazzy and awesome. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, head to the description, completely free, and I'll see you in the next video.